or the disrespect before you play back. Button check. Button check.
What is up, Button Check family? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful day of buttons that need to be checked. Thank you for tuning in. Sub button right there, chapters down below. We got some hot topics. Matter of fact, we got one big topic, but there's some different angles on this. So let's go ahead and unpack. Thank you guys for tuning in as always, man. We're on the race to 75K. So I thank you, man, for taking the few seconds that it takes to help subscribe to the channel and help it grow, man. So without further ado, let's check some buttons. Let's go. All right, now to them first set of when gatekeeping goes too far in the FGC, buttons that need to be checked. So we're talking about the Gamer Awards, right? Where we talked about them in the last video where people were like, man, they really don't even know who the hell we are to select best game of the year or best new game of the year. I can't remember exactly what the title was, but I think the only legit one was Fatal Fury. So it was a mess. A lot of people didn't know like who the hell is choosing these games. But from there, now we go to the Streamer Awards. So this was announced, man, just a few days ago. So I'll put it on the screen right now. They posted this saying, announcing your nominees for best fighting game streamer. You see the nominees right here, Ball Pro, SK, LilyPichu, Sajam. And then make sure to vote over at streamerawards.com. Here's the flyer right here, best fighting game streamer, and this is the picture of the nominees. So the first reaction to this, you got some people saying open Twitter. I mean, they're starting with the, with the memes, abysmal dog shit. You need to fix Sajam's photo. Congratulations to SK. Bro, what the fuck? Where is Maximilian? Max, Bum, Yipes, F-Champ, Punk, Brian F, Zaf, J Wong, Sonic Fox. The list can keep going with other games, Wild, and Sajam, of course, and I'll give you BP, but aren't Lily and SK a bit too variety for this category? And if Sajam doesn't win, I'm crashing out. Continuing on, saying once again, just putting in your friends, you know nothing about the fighting game community, and are we really considering SK and Lily fighting game streamers? I don't know, man. Fighting games only get this one category, and it just seems kind of disingenuous to not have Punk or FeedEx underneath that. I mean, SK do be my GOAT, but they gotta give Unk BP a W before he hits retirement age. And you know what? Sure, yes, aside from Sajam, this feels off. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't entertained by both SK and Lily featured in the fighting game scene in the past year. It was actually my introduction to them, and I watch their content now thanks to that. They're wrapping it up in this particular thread right here saying, this entire thread is what's wrong with fighting games. You guys just want to be in your own little circle and don't give props to streamers who put hundreds of hours into the game as well. And then people, I noticed, respond to that because I guess a big question is like, well, how did they get nominated in the first place? It's kind of like the Game Awards where we're looking at them and like, y'all don't know shit about shit. But I guess over here, I'm not even sure if it's done the same way. I don't know who picks all that. It just seems off. But here, the Streamer Awards, from what I'm reading, people are like, no, it's community voted. Like these people were voted in. So what y'all complaining about? Apparently there was a panel too, but I guess it's like 70-30. I'm just going off what I'm reading, right? Others right here saying it's literally based on community votes who gets nominated. So it's your fault if people you don't like aren't getting in, LOL. Then from there, it gets even deeper because LilyPichu actually speaks up. I don't even know if I'm saying her name correctly. I don't know who she is. So here's the crazy thing. Apparently she's been involved in the Sajam Slam. She has a huge YouTube channel, like over 3 million subscribers. I don't even know what she does on her live streams, but YouTube, it looks like she's been popping. I guess she does like different type of vlogs and games and challenges, but recently she's been involved in, I guess, some Tekken, maybe even Street Fighter. It looks like she's definitely been playing some fighting games. She posted this one saying, I went to Evo. Apparently she played Harada.
To him, I didn't really think much of it because, again, I thought it was like a cosplay. But once like the ball kept rolling, I started to get nervous and I'm like, oh shit, is this actually the real deal?
I will ask the crowd, if you want LilyPichu to beat Harada, can you make some noise, everybody? Okay, if you want Harada to beat LilyPichu, can you make some noise, everybody out there?
What do you have, FeedEx? What's the strat? What's the anti-Fang
We didn't hear the
tip?
noise.
He still plays Fang.
Okay, good luck.
Okay, she's coming back.
That was a good combo.
Said,
I
hold
saw
that,
Harada's
destroy
face.
him.
He's like, what was that, Harada?
She's gonna take this shit, ain't she? So she beats Harada. She ties it up 1-1.
Nice.
He's embarrassed.
The shoulder again. Oh, the razor. Oh my God.
Oh my god.
I can't believe that was actually.
Sure.
What a game.
Is this what you taught her?
No!
Wow, that was a surprisingly good
Wow.
match.
There
That
you
was
have
actually like the wildest match I've ever seen in my life.
I have not been keeping up with the Sajam Slam, so I don't know who some of these contestants are. Apparently, though, like we just said, she has a huge following. Well, she made this comment, I guess, in response to the best fighting game streamer initial post. Right here saying, I didn't ask anyone to nominate me because people complained last year, but I was still nominated. I accepted being a nominee because I figured people will be upset no matter what. If you think somebody else deserves it more, make sure to nominate them next time / vote for them. People underneath that responding, you got Sajam himself saying, you can't stop me, I'll be voting for you for Fighting Game Streamer of the Year. Isn't this you with that clip? Don't worry, I'll always be upset with you. You were the main reason I got into fighting games and joined the Sajam Slam. You 10,000% deserve it. I voted for you, Lily. I say this with all my heart. Your dedication and passion for fighting games is what really makes you shine. The face of 2XKO, that's my GOAT. They hating, get behind me, you earned it, Lily. But even deeper, because she posts right here, I guess there was this comment that stood out. She said, I love fighting games in the FGC, but some of the gatekeeping is very unfriendly and discouraging. I've been told over and over again that I'm not a real fighting game player because I was nominated for a fun award show like Zoom Out. What are we even doing, LOL? Fighting games are amazing and we should encourage others to play and get involved. I want other people to find it just as exciting as fun as I do, not whatever this is. And whatever this is this quote right here that she's responding to. This is it, where somebody said, you are not a part of the FGC. You are a tourist, which is completely okay, but this nomination is a slap in the face for people who have been a part of the community for decades. You took their spot. It is very easy to understand why people are upset if you think for 1 second. Then from there, I actually see some FGC pros responding to that, starting with Big Bird saying, don't listen to them, you're a part of the community, and we've all seen how hard you grind wanting to learn. Nobody has any type of say on who should be FGC and who shouldn't be. Then Justin Wong saying, I think you are great, and you don't need to give attention to anybody that is hating for no reason. That has, both of them actually have 1.3 thousand likes. And even Spag right here saying, nobody has the right to say what was said in that comment. You grind the game and involve yourself with the community. That's pretty FGC to me. The gatekeeping attempt is cringe. Now from there, we actually have quotes. So I was actually able to find that quote, the one she screenshotted, and this is the one right here. Right here, you see that? Let's go ahead and click on it. Oh, looks like it doesn't exist because it was probably deleted. So there you have it. But people respond to that saying, I think it shows that being big is more rewarded than being dedicated. No hate to Lily, I'm a fan. But I think it's more of an issue of the award shows being an obvious popularity contest. Hate on her is undeserved, and the show itself should be criticized. How y'all feeling about that? He's saying, I think it's showing that being popular is more rewarded than being dedicated. How y'all feeling about that? I guess some can make the argument saying, no, she's been dedicated. Now, she hasn't been here that long, but for the time she has, she's possibly used her popularity to bring more recognition. Hell, there's people saying they're part of the community now because of her. So I guess one can make the argument is, yes, she hasn't been here as long as everybody else, but she has been dedicated in her own way. But then others, like this one you just read, like, yeah, but we've seen people here for decades. They deserve the recognition. They deserve the shine. And when we finally get award shows, they get overlooked to, I guess, newcomers. Another say, I think we have a morbid fear of big streamers dipping in and then checking out. And when they don't leave, it breaks their minds, so the gatekeep happens, and they never expected bigger streamers to love fighting games. And underneath that, we always have to remember, the community has the type of people that keep people like LTG around, so we can never be surprised by toxic idiocy. Okay, so that's pretty much both sides of the fence. But before we wrap it up, I noticed an interesting take about gatekeeping, period, because I remember reading takes where people were saying that they believed that gatekeeping was actually necessary and that it was good. Whether they were pissed off from certain people, I guess in the community, or award shows or devs or whatever, they were like, F that, This is why, let me tell y'all why gatekeeping is good. And I've read that a lot. Matter of fact, I have a tweet right here that has over 18,000 likes. Now, it does talk about gatekeeping being good, but there's a different twist to it. Check it out. So right here, somebody posted this saying, gatekeeping isn't bad if you don't shut people out who show genuine interest and you just filter out people who otherwise ruin the hobby with their entitlement and bad behavior, who are disrespectful towards others in the space. So in a nutshell, obviously saying gatekeeping is good, not shitting on people that show genuine interest, but they're more so talking about gatekeeping the toxic people. Others responding saying, people are for real responding to this tweet by genuinely being mad that we don't want terrible people in our hobbies. What you mean you don't want people that send death threats and demand entire lore to get changed to suit their liking in your fandom? They're wrapping it up right here. Somebody says, I keep seeing this around and I think it's hilarious because it encapsulates what a gatekeeper actually is. Some kid role-playing being a bouncer in his own home, making zero impact to anything or anyone outside of it. Good job, Jimmy. And then right here, gatekeeping explained, join the hobby and change the hobby. And there you have it. How we feeling? When gatekeeping goes wrong, listen, I feel like I've been gatekept because I'm gonna keep it real. A lot of this is like Tekken, SK, if I'm saying that correctly. I've seen that name around and I think it's because of the Sajam Slam when he posts his tweets because I've seen it on Twitter. I don't know who she is. LilyPichu, I didn't know who she was until I started this damn video. And then even, I'm gonna go deeper, Brawl Pro, BP. I didn't even know who that was. I guess he's a popular Tekken streamer. I don't really follow the scene that in depth as far as like their streamers and content creators, right? So I know Sajam, so I'm seeming like a damn tourist at this point. Or one could make the argument, no, it's just SK and LilyPichu haven't been around that long in the scene, so that's why we're calling them the tourists. But then again, I don't know. LilyPichu, I know she's only been here for like a year and some change, maybe 2 years at the most. SK, I don't know. She might have been here for decades. Shit, I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. But anyway, what I'm saying is very interesting take, right? Because you got somebody that's here, has a huge following, and yes, they're new compared to a lot of other people, a lot of deserving people. But I think, award shows are fairly new in the FGC, especially the bigger ones. So I can understand frustration. Now, the crazy thing is, so far anyway, you don't really see the streamers involved or being named or anything like that, speaking out, saying, this is bullshit, I deserve it. Then again, I don't think you would really see that. It's more so the fans saying that on their behalf. I don't know if it's people feeling like, oh, here goes esports and this is bullshit, or if they're generally mad at award shows like this one guy was saying, that it just shows that popularity has more importance than dedication. But I think we could all agree, at least I hope we would, that crossing the line is when you tell somebody they don't belong. They're not FGC, you're a tourist, you need to get the hell out. You don't deserve this, you don't deserve that. I mean, who are we, honestly, let's be real. Who are we at the end of the day to put that on anybody? We may feel that way. That may legit be our opinion. But at the end of the day, that's just kind of like a different form of cancel culture where we're all teaming up. Yeah, I don't like them. Hey, let's all not like them together because this is the way I feel right now. It's one thing to not vote for them. That's the thing. It's a voting system. So it's literally just do not vote for them. So that's literally how you combat that. But it's another thing to personally attack them and say, this is mine, not yours. You need to get the hell out. But then I guess if I think about it, one can make the argument that, well, it's easier said than done not to vote for them because they already have a huge following. So all their followers are going to vote for them. And most of their followers are probably not even FGC to begin with. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. I do see certain perspectives coming from left and right. I don't know. I just hope that we would agree that at the end of the day, it's wrong to come at somebody and be like, you need to get the hell out. But how we feeling, y'all? Popularity versus dedication, gatekeeping. You have some, like we read on those last tweets, that believe that no, gatekeeping can serve a purpose, but it has to be in this particular parameter, right? As long as it's to keep out the toxic people, that's it. None of this other bullshit, just keeping out the toxic people. Other people think that gatekeeping should be banned altogether because who are you to decide what's toxic at the end of the day? It's this whole thing. But either way, streamer awards, how we feeling? let me know. And definitely this Butt Check fam, definitely let me know how you are feeling. Thank you guys for all your support, man. As always, we don't have a sponsor today, but it's the holidays, so thank God we got some coming in. I think we got a really good one for tomorrow. So either way, man, thank you guys for the amazing love. I will see you soon. And as always, I don't know what it is, but I know somehow, some way, it's about to get better. Love y'all forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
Thank you guys for coming up here. Lily, you have any thoughts about your match?
Oh my god, that was so exhilarating. I can't believe I beat him.
That was really close. Oh wait, Harada's got some thoughts.
Please
I hope
what?
he's gonna talk smack.
I'll quit this game.
And yeah, that was my pretty eventful day one of EVO. Overall, I really loved my first EVO and competing on stage, in the booths, cheering for all my friends. I can't believe I only played Tekken for 5 months before this on a whim, on stream, and it led me to this moment.